How to make anyone come to you. The hidden light of absolute power. The secret to making people seek you out. Have you ever felt like you're in a constant race? Always chasing after someone? Chasing after a boss to gain approval, after a client to close a deal, or after a partner to get the attention you crave. This endless pursuit doesn't just drain you, it puts you in a position of weakness. Your energy gets depleted, your personal power diluted, and your perceived value diminishes with every step you take toward them. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the game? A way to make others come to you naturally, almost magically. This is one of the deepest truths about personal power. Your strength is not in chasing, but in being the magnet. Your power lies in creating such a strong field of attraction that people feel compelled to move toward you. This is where light comes in. Make others come to you. Use bait if necessary. This law is not about arrogance. It's about the highest form of strategy and wisdom for mastering social and power dynamics. Most of us have been taught to be proactive, to go after what we want. But the reality is that the value of something is determined by the difficulty of obtaining it. When you're always available, always chasing, you become an easy prize. And easy prizes lose their value quickly. The true masters of the game know that attraction is far more powerful than pursuit. They create a sense of scarcity, mystery, and an invaluable worth that can only be accessed when others make the first move. Think of a game of cat and mouse. The cat is always in pursuit, spending energy. The mouse, on the other hand, hides, creating mystery about its location and next move. The cat wears itself out chasing, while the mouse, by staying safe and out of reach, controls the game. In the real world, your energy is your most valuable resource. When you spend it running after someone, you lose control of the game. The power is in being the mouse, the enigma others must figure out. The self-control to not react, to not chase, is what gives you the advantage. Your mental strength comes from knowing your worth doesn't need to be proven, it needs to be discovered. Your practical action for today. In a situation where you would normally chase whether to close a deal or ask for a favor, stop. Instead of going to the person, create a scenario where they need to come to you. It could be sending a short, intriguing message, leaving an open-ended hook, or simply not being available all the time. Feel your ego resisting this action, but also feel the power your silence and patience begin to give you. If this idea of building personal power inspires you, share in the comments the last time you felt exhausted from chasing someone or something. And since we're unlocking these secrets, leave a like to support the channel and subscribe. How scarcity amplifies your value and power. Light is not just a tactic to protect yourself, it is a weapon to increase your perceived value. The psychology behind it is simple but devastating. The human brain values what is rare, what requires effort to obtain. When you are always available, always emotionally accessible, your presence becomes so common that it loses its shine. But when you become a difficult prize to win, when you become scarce, you turn into a treasure. This is the essence of invisible power, the kind that operates without anyone realizing it. Think of it like a game of supply and demand. When the supply of something is high, the value is low. When supply is low, the value skyrockets. Your availability is your supply. If you are always available, your supply is high and your value is low. But when you become scarce, when you focus on your life, your projects, and your peace, the supply of your time and attention becomes rare, and your value, your personal power, rises exponentially. Consider a leader who doesn't hand out all the answers, who isn't always present to solve every problem. Instead, they stay focused on their own vision and their own projects, and people must come to them to gain access to their wisdom. They're not seen as someone always on call, but as a valuable resource, a well of power and knowledge. Your lack of availability becomes a silent statement of power. It's the opposite of being the lone hero running around to save everyone. It's the embodiment of personal power rooted in attraction, not pursuit. This leader doesn't chase. They are the center toward which everyone gravitates. The mental strength this requires is immense, because it goes against our instinct to help, to please, to be present. But the master of light knows that by focusing on themselves, they end up helping everyone more effectively, because they become a source of value, a source of exhaustion. Your practical action for today. Identify a situation where you would normally make yourself available at any moment for someone. It could be a client, a coworker, or a friend. Next time that person reaches out, don't respond right away. Wait. Give them the chance to feel your absence. Resist the temptation to always be present. Watch the curiosity you spark and feel your power grow. To let me know you understand the force of scarcity, comment the word magnet below. And if you're enjoying discovering the rules of the game, like this video and subscribe to be part of this journey. The bait strategy to become irreplaceable. Light teaches us that to make people come to you, you must master the art of bait. And your greatest bait is not a lie, but a truth that creates the illusion that your presence is the one missing piece others need. The strategy is to create a situation where people feel their victory depends on you. You don't invite them to a game. You make them realize they're already playing and that the key to winning is in your hands. The mental strength you need to do this is enormous, because you must keep your focus on your main objective even while you're dedicating yourself to a secondary action. This is the art of being the illusionist of your own life. Think of a mentor you admire. They don't hand you all the answers on a silver platter. They give you a hint, a question, an insight that makes you think, and you feel compelled to return to them, to seek more of their wisdom. They gave you the bait, and in your search, you're giving them your time, your attention, and your admiration. This is the essence of personal power in its most subtle form. The master of light understands that the best way to become indispensable is not by doing all the work, but by becoming the most valuable resource in the game. They become the point where all successes converge. Their rise seems natural and organic. They didn't need to fight because their strategy did the work for them. This is the kind of wisdom that separates those who reach the top from those who remain stuck at the base of the pyramid. Real power is not in having all the answers, but in being the source from which answers flow. Your powerful practice for today. Choose a long-term goal you have. Now, think of a small task, a completely secondary action that you can carry out to divert people's attention from your main objective. This action should not be a lie, but a truth that serves as a distraction. Feel the power of acting subtly, without the need for fanfare or approval. Use the bait to spark interest, and let others' curiosity do the rest of the work. If the idea of becoming a strategist moves you, share in the comments the one word that best defines this ability. And don't forget like this video and subscribe to join the community that uncovers the laws of power. The strategic silence that places you among the power elite. We've reached the essence of Law 8. The shadow strategy used by the powerful is not about what they do, it's about what they don't do. Your ability to make others come to you makes you unpredictable, incomprehensible, and therefore, irresistible. People are fascinated by mystery, by the idea that there's more beneath your surface. And this is where your personal power becomes absolute. You become a leader who inspires, not because you talk all the time, but because your mental strength and self-control are so evident that you don't need to explain yourself. Most people make the mistake of thinking that power is about speaking the loudest, about having the last word. But true power resides in strategic silence, in the ability to observe and act at the right moment. Light is the law of patience and anticipation. It teaches you not to lay all your cards on the table, not to reveal your hand, because once you do, the game ends. And the true master of the game wants the game to continue, because that's where they feel most alive. Your most important practical action begins now. For this entire week, pay attention to all your interactions. Instead of feeling compelled to talk, explain, or justify yourself, stop. Take a deep breath and choose discretion. Embrace the feeling of letting go of control over what others think of you, and watch what happens. With every moment you choose to say less, you become stronger, wiser, and your power expands exponentially. This is only the beginning of our journey to uncover the secrets of personal power. There are other laws shaping our reality, and I'm ready to dive deep into them. If you connected with the idea of building an unshakable mind and the wisdom to use power strategically, tell me what the word fluidity makes you think of. I want to know your perception of it. And don't forget like this video and subscribe to join the community that uncovers the laws of power.